Educational product by Altus Continuing Education.
Caution: TDLR requires us to ask personal verification questions throughout this course. These are very simple, basic questions used only to verify the identity of the person taking the course. If answered incorrectly, it may lead to the loss of time spent previous to answering the question. To avoid typographical errors, we have provided drop-down answer boxes for each question. Please take your time with these questions. Should you have any problems, notify us at www.customerservice@altuscontinuingeducation.com. Sanitation, a 1-hour class covering health and safety standards for the cosmetologist and their workplace. Thank you for watching. Be sure and click the subscribe button. Health and safety definitions. Health and safety definitions. The following words and terms, when used in this chapter, shall have the following meanings, unless the context clearly indicates otherwise. Chlorine bleach solutions, a chemical used to destroy bacteria and to disinfect implements and non-porous surfaces. Solution should be mixed fresh at least once per day. As used in this chapter, chlorine bleach solutions fall into 3 categories based on concentration and exposure time. A. Low-level disinfection, 100 to 200 parts per million. Add 2 teaspoons household, 5.25%, bleach to 1 gallon water. Soak 10 minutes minimum. B. High-level disinfection, 1000 parts per million. Add 1/3 cup household, 5.25%, bleach to 1 gallon water. Soak 20 minutes minimum. C. Blood and body fluid cleanup and disinfection, 5000 parts per million. Add 1¾ cups household, 5.25%, bleach to 1 gallon water. Also referred to as a 10% bleach solution. Two. Clean or cleansing washing with liquid soap and water, detergent, antiseptics, or other adequate methods to remove all visible debris or residue. Cleansing is not disinfection. 3. Disinfect or disinfection, the use of chemicals to destroy pathogens on implements and other hard, non-porous surfaces to render an item safe for handling, use, and disposal. 4. Disinfectant. In this chapter, one of the following department-approved chemicals: A. An EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectant used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions, or B. A chlorine bleach solution used in accordance with this chapter. 5. EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectant when used according to manufacturer's instructions, a chemical that is a low-level disinfectant used to destroy bacteria and to disinfect implements and non-porous surfaces. Six. Multi-use items. Items constructed of hard materials with smooth surfaces such as metal, glass, or plastic, typically for use on more than one client. The term includes but is not limited to such items as clippers, scissors, combs, nippers, tweezers, and some nails files. 7. Single-use items. Porous items made or constructed of cloth, wood, or other absorbent materials having rough surfaces, usually intended for single use, including but not limited to such items as tissues, orange wood sticks, cotton balls, thread, surgical tape, extension pads, some buffer blocks, and gauze. 8. Sterilize or sterilization, to eliminate all forms of bacteria or other microorganisms by use of an autoclave or dry heat sterilizer. 9. Sanitize or sanitization, to reduce the number of microorganisms to a safe level by use of an ultraviolet sanitizer. Department-approved disinfectants. EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectants shall be used as follows. Implements and surfaces shall first be thoroughly cleaned of all visible debris prior to disinfection. EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectants become inactivated and ineffective when visibly contaminated with debris, hair, dirt and particulates. Some disinfectants may be sprayed on the instruments, tools, or equipment to be disinfected. Disinfectants in which implements are to be immersed shall be prepared fresh daily or more often if solution becomes diluted or soiled. In all cases, the disinfectant shall be used in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendation or other guidance in this rule. 5. These chemicals are harsh and may affect the long-term use of scissors and other sharp objects. Therefore, the department recommends leaving items in solution in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendation for effective disinfection. B. Chlorine bleach solutions shall be used as follows. 1. Chlorine bleach at the appropriate concentration is an effective disinfectant for all purposes in a salon. 2. Chlorine bleach solutions shall be mixed daily. 3. Chlorine bleach shall be kept in a closed covered container and not exposed to sunlight. 4. Chlorine bleach may affect the long-term use of scissors and other sharp objects, so the department does not recommend leaving items in bleach solution beyond 2 minutes for effective disinfection, 5 minutes if disinfecting for blood contamination. 5. Chlorine bleach vapors might react with vapors from other chemicals. Therefore, chlorine bleach shall not be placed or stored near other chemicals used in salons, i.e. acrylic monomers, alcohol, or other disinfecting products, or near flame. 6. Used or soiled chlorine bleach solution shall be properly disposed of each day. General requirements. A. All licensees shall clean their hands with soap and water or use a hand sanitizer prior to performing any services and as necessary during the service to ensure client health and safety. All cosmetology establishments and licensees shall utilize clean and disinfected equipment, tools, implements, and supplies in accordance with this chapter, and shall employ good hygiene habits while providing cosmetology services. B. A licensee may not perform services on a client if the licensee has reason to believe the client has a contagious condition such as head lice, nits, ringworm, conjunctivitis, or inflamed, infected, broken, raised or swollen skin or nail tissue, or an open wound or sore in the area to be serviced. C. Multi-use equipment, implements, tools or materials not addressed in this chapter shall be cleaned and disinfected before use on each client. Except as otherwise provided in this chapter, chairs and dryers do not need to be disinfected prior to use for each client. D. Single-use equipment, implements, tools or porous items not addressed in this rule shall be discarded after use on a single client. E. Electrical equipment that cannot be immersed in liquid shall be wiped clean and disinfected prior to each use on a client. F. All clean and disinfected implements and materials when not in use shall be stored in a clean, dry, debris-free environment including but not limited to drawers, cases, tool belts, rolling. H. Floors in cosmetology establishments shall be thoroughly cleaned each day. Hair cuttings must be swept up and deposited in a closed receptacle after each haircut. L. Soiled towels should be removed after use on each client and deposited in a suitable receptacle. J. Hand washing facilities, including hot and cold running water, must be provided for employees. K. Clean towels shall be used on each client. Towels must be washed in hot water and chlorine bleach. M. Each cosmetology establishment shall keep all products used in the conduct of all trash containers must be emptied daily and cleaned by washing or using plastic liners. N. Hair cutting and shampoo capes shall be kept clean. A clean, one-use, cape shall be used for each client, or a sanitary neck strip or towel shall be used to keep the capes from coming into direct contact with the client's neck. Hair cutting, styling, shaving, and treatment services. Cosmetologists shall wash their hands with soap and water, or use a liquid hand sanitizer, prior to performing any services on a client. All equipment, implements, tools and materials shall be properly cleaned and disinfected in accordance with this rule prior to servicing each client. After each client, the following implements shall be wiped with a clean paper or fabric towel and sprayed with either an EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectant, or a high-level disinfectant chlorine bleach solution. Equipment, implements, tools and materials to be cleaned and disinfected include but are not limited to combs and picks, haircutting shears, thinning shears/texturizers, safety razors, edgers, guards and perm rods. At the end of each day of use, the above items, along with any other tools, such as sectioning clips, brushes, comb and picks shall be cleaned by manually scrubbing with soap and water or adequate methods, and then disinfected by one of the following methods. 1. Complete immersion in an EPA-registered bactericidal, fungicidal, and virucidal disinfectant in accordance with manufacturer's instructions, or 2. Complete immersion in a high-level disinfectant chlorine bleach solution.